Hey, what's happening? My name is Tuta Marangula. Happy Wednesday, and here are your news updates. A crime intelligence major has been found to have lied about an alleged break-in at his house after he was drugged and robbed by a sex worker that he brought home while his wife was out of town. Two Tshwane Metro Police officers have been released on 500 Rand bail after being caught on camera taking bribes and extorting money from drivers. And the Johannesburg Metro Police Department has responded to a video of an officer receiving 1,800 Rands from an unknown individual. I'm sure he was just tipping the officer for doing a great job. Let's get right into it. It's Mzansi in 5. Let's start off with Tshwane, where Crime Intelligence Major General Philani Lushaba was found to have lied about an alleged break-in at his home. According to a report by News 24, Lushaba told police that he was a victim of a house robbery on August the 5th and opened a case of theft at a local police station. Lushaba allegedly told police that he went out that evening, came home and went straight to sleep. However, when he woke up the next morning, his cell phone and laptop worth 75,000 Rands were missing. Because apparently the rule for house robberies is 2 items maximum per person. Now, given the fact that he is a high-ranking crime intelligence officer, his work laptop contained highly classified information. So rightfully so, it had to be tracked down by other CIs, who upon finding it discovered that Lushaba had failed to disclose that his service firearm had been stolen as well, and that while his wife was out of town on business, he had taken it upon himself to support a local business by bringing home a sex worker. In his defense though, he did say that he fell asleep and woke up to find that he had been robbed. He just didn't mention that he paid someone to rob him by mistake. And quick side note, I actually read about this story over a month ago and I intended to report on it, but then there was a whole controversy about black actors being cast in fictional roles as mermaids and elves, and I was like, that's a lot more interesting. But now that this story has resurfaced, you'll be happy to know that the Police Commissioner General, Fani Masemola, has suspended Lushaba without pay, and he's being investigated for filing a false police report, perjury, and defeating the ends of justice. I'm just kidding. This is South Africa. Let's continue. 2 Tshwane police officers have been released on 500 Rand bail each after they were caught on camera extorting motorists by stopping them for speeding and making them pay a so-called 3,500 Rand admission of guilt fee. The 2 constables have not been suspended, they're still getting paid, and they probably used the money they got from bribes to pay for their bail. Yay to corruption. They will be appearing again in court on the 27th of January 2023, which is 3 days before my birthday. And if the presiding judge wants to get me the best present ever, please send them to prison. We're not done. This week, the Johannesburg Metro Police Department said it has noted a video circulating on social media of an officer receiving 1,800 Rands from an unknown individual.
You see now, I'm on my way to the police officer to take the 1,800 from me, you know. I'm going to enter the police car now and he's going to take the money. Alright, thank you.
Why it take so long?
You have to change the bin.
Oh.
You have to change this. You have to do this. You know. Count your money, my brother. Eh? Okay.
Now, it is unclear what the money was for, but I bet the driver was just being a nice guy and just wanted to meet up with a police officer at an undisclosed petrol garage to give him some money for his excellent service to the community. Now, the police department has requested for the individual to come forward since no official complaint has been lodged against the officer, even though an internal investigation is currently underway. Which brings me to the denouement of the story. The denouement of this story. It is nigh impossible to trust or respect police officers in our country. Now, granted, we don't have to deal with this.
This cell phone video shows 3 cops in Arkansas repeatedly pummeling 27-year-old Randall Worcester, punching him in the head with a clenched fist, kneeing him in the legs.
This is bad.
And then,
by the way, that was a white kid. Imagine what they do to the blacks. But it's still no valid excuse. The idea that we constantly have to travel with cash to bribe police officers for minor traffic infractions is infuriating. And this is all symptomatic of an entirely broken system top to down. And we can start off at the top, right? Our current Minister of Police, Bheki, what was his job before becoming police minister? He was Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries. What are his college qualifications? He has a teaching diploma. So the person responsible for all our policing and public safety in general used to be in charge of farms, fish, and children. And we can go down the line. What does it take to become a police officer in South Africa? You need to be a local citizen, be at least 18 years of age, have a valid driver's license, no criminal record, and be fluent in English. That's it. It is harder to become a librarian than it is to become a police officer. And by the way, I have friends whose parents were police officers, and I want to really highlight that they were police officers because most of them have retired in the last 5 years out of disgust and the rot that they've seen in the policing system. There's a reason why private security in South Africa is now a 45 billion rand industry, because we cannot trust our public servants to protect us. So this happened not too long ago, right? I'm coming home from a run in the morning. A police van had stopped a taxi. And it was obvious that it was kind of like a bribe type thing. There was a kid coming down on a skateboard, like steep hill. The police gets his bribe, takes an illegal U-turn. The kid almost hits the police van, almost dies basically. Out of frustration, he throws a sandwich at the police van. They arrest him. Messed up his entire day. Almost killed him, then arrested him when he lashed out by throwing a sandwich at the van. And if you came here for solutions, I'm sorry, I don't have any. I was just frustrated from reading this news, and I was like, let me depress the world as well. But what I would advise is that every time you interact with a police officer, record it. You don't have to tell them that you're recording, but record it. That's it. That's the show. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Tuta Marengula, and this is Mzansi in 5.